Good morning, this is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing some filtered sun out there with mostly cloudy skies, mainly high clouds around the area. Do have some slightly breezy winds, but currently not any wind advisory. However, we will see slightly breezy conditions continue as we move through the day today, with the chance of seeing a wind advisory at times. Otherwise, we'll be trending towards a quieter trend in the weather. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, still feeling the impacts for this from this tighter pressure gradient over the local area. It's going to keep those slightly breezy conditions. Off to the west, we have an area of low pressure. It's going to be tracking eastward, but as it pushes through our area, we're going to see it drying out and mainly just bring an increase in some clouds. Looking at current conditions, broken deck at 25,000 feet, winds out of the west at 9 knots, gusting up to 18 knots, temperature 40 degrees, and relative humidity is at 48%. Taking a look at the current visible satellite, we can see those high clouds kind of socked in over the area. Should see that through most, if not all, of the morning hours, and possibly seeing a few breaks in that activity as we get into the afternoon with some additional sun. But overall, it's mainly just some high clouds and some mid-level clouds as we move through the day today. If we look at the European model here, zoomed out a bit, see how what we can expect over the coming days. Again, expecting a quieter trend in the weather, just some slightly breezy conditions today. That area of low pressure tracks into the region this evening, but as you can see, overall dries out and breaks apart as it is on the weaker side, seeing some increased mid-level clouds with this. Very slight chance of a light sprinkle, but not looking very likely at this time as that pushes through. As we move into Saturday, we'll still see tight pressure gradient or semi-tight pressure gradient over the local area. It's going to keep some slightly breezy conditions through the day on Saturday. Possibility of seeing a wind advisory at times on Saturday as well. And otherwise, again, quiet and dry weather continues into the area as we move through the end of the weekend. Does look like we'll see our chillier temperatures as we move through the day on Sunday, with some cooler air moving in prior to a warm-up that we will see as we get into next week. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have a yellow risk for those winds above 25 knots, so a slight chance we'll see a wind advisory at times as we move through the day today, expecting those winds to peak out of the west 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 24 knots. And then we'll see those peak winds start to settle as we go into the evening time frame, but still keeping a slight breeze through the evening. Again, expecting high clouds and some mid-level clouds around the area today, possibly seeing some additional sun as we move into the afternoon. And then we'll see mid-level clouds building back in as that weak area of low pressure pushes through the area, with the cloud cover and a slight breeze continuing. It's going to keep our temperatures fairly moderate as we go into the evening, with a low expected around 42 degrees. A little cooler than average for our high today, with our high expected to be around 50 degrees. Tides are running normal. Saturday, we'll see mostly cloudy conditions to start the day. We'll see slightly breezy conditions pick up out of the northwest as that tight pressure gradient behind that system still lingers. We'll see our high temperature around 54 degrees, so about average for this time of year. Then we'll see decreasing clouds as we move later in the day and into the evening time frame. Do have that yellow risk for a chance of seeing a wind advisory at times for Saturday. Then we're back to green conditions for the remainder of the weekend, mostly clear to partly cloudy Saturday evening, with a low around 32 degrees, still about seasonable for this time of year. And then another seasonal day on Sunday with partly cloudy and slightly breezy conditions. But again, those green conditions for our weather risk will continue as we move into Sunday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.